Howdy, y'all. This is Proverbs 4 in the New Messianic Version for September 4th, 2023. Hear, you children, the instruction of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine, forsake you not my law. For I was my father's son, tender and only in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, Let your heart retain my words, keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Forget not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and she shall preserve you. Love her, and she shall keep you. Wisdom, the principal thing, get wisdom. With all you're getting, get understanding. Exalt her, and she shall promote you. She shall bring you to honor when you do embrace her. She shall give you a head. She shall give to you head an ornament of peace. A crown of glory shall she deliver to you. Hear, O my son, and receive my sayings, and the years of your life shall be many. I have taught you in the way of wisdom. I have led you in the right paths. When you go, your steps shall not be straitened. And when you run, you shall not stumble. Take fast hold of instruction. Let not go. Keep her, for she your life. Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil. Avoid it, pass not by it. Turn from it, and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the just is as the shining light, that shines more and more unto the perfect day. The way of the wicked is as in darkness. They know not what they stumble. My son, attend to my words, incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from your eyes. Keep them in the midst of your heart. For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from you a perverse mouth, and perverse lips put far from you. Let your eyes look right on, and let your eyelids look straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove your foot from evil. Sorry, that was my grandma calling me back. I gotta call them back. Grandpa managed to land himself in the hospital again, in recovery. So, prayers appreciated. Still struggling with this translation because there's no yours, there's you. So I guess it's implied possession with the you, right? Which is fine. It's just a little weird to be reading, and I don't want to say yeah all the time. Like, hear, you children. That makes sense, right? But if I say, let you heart retain my words, you're like, what? It makes sense grammatically, right? Let you heart, or heart you, and something like that. Fine. It's a descriptor. I get it. But it's weird to read out loud in English, so I'm stumbling. Now, what I've skipped here is some of the meanings and footnotes. So, let's see. Hear, kids, what a dad is saying. Listen up, For I give you good doctrine. When I was my father's son, tender and only, beloved in the sight of my mother, he was like, yo, listen up. Life will go smoother if you listen. Get wisdom and get understanding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all you're getting, get understanding. I'm going to put that on a post-it note for my kids. They see it every morning. Exalt her, and she'll promote you. She gives honor if you embrace her. She'll give you grace and a crown of glory. Glory is the least of my concerns, and give me grace. You know what I mean? If you listen to what your dad says, the years of your life shall be many. I would say that's true in the majority of cases. There are some fathers that are not good fathers and evil men, but that may drive their kids to act in a way that does not lead to life. One would assume those guys aren't following the path of life. Wherever you go, your steps shall not be straightened. It says impeded or restricted, narrowed, distressed. So in other words, you're not going to need correction. You're not going to have to move around these things because you're going in the right way. You're headed in the right direction. Take fast hold of instruction and let her not go. Keep her, for she's your life. Or just like that image, it's like clinging to a woman. This is your lifeline. Take care of her. Do not let her go. And again, just leave the wicked people alone. Don't go by them. Don't see what they're doing. Don't go just look or just hang out. It's going to get you. You're going to get swallowed up in it. Some of these things are implied. Some mischief just is as the shining light. The wicked is as darkness. But the path of the just is as the shining light that shines more and more into the perfect day. What's happening over there? Sorry. The path itself is as the shining light that shines more and more into the perfect day. The closer we get to God, the shinier the path is. Why? Because God is the source, right? And the light. So getting closer, and we're going to at least catch glimpses of his reflection off the path while we walk it. I think that's a really beautiful image. But the way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not what they stumble, at what they stumble. I screwed that up like multiple times in the reading too. They know not at what they stumble. Yeah. The words that he's given them are life to those that find him and health to all their flesh. I'm getting benefits from all this. Keep your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. And then again, put away from you a perverse mouth and perverse lips put far from you. Again, twist or perverse, it says twisted, and then in the footnote, or I gotta figure out footnote and definition. Again, twisted, and then a separate one, habitually disposed to disobedience and opposition. So without reading perverse, put away from you a twisted and habitually disposed to disobedience and opposition mouth, and twisted, habitually disposed to disobedience and opposition lips put far from you. It's interesting the mouth and the lips are distinct here. There's got to be a metaphor that I'm missing. As always, love to be taught if somebody knows. Let your eyes look right on, and let your eyelids look straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, and all your ways will be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove your foot from evil. I wish I could say that life isn't, at least for me, often a real grind. Right? We're talking about a grind in video games. You need to go collect coins, points, experience, whatever. You're doing menial stuff that you don't want to do, and it's hard, and you're tired, and you have other things to do. It'd be that way sometimes. But when you've said your prayers, and you're at least moving towards goals you've identified, and you believe that those goals are put before you in the path that the Lord's provided to you, you just keep doing it. And in the meantime, and in the quiet moments, and in the drives in the middle of the night, ponder the path of your feet, and let all your ways be established. And you're going to think about it. You're going to ponder. You're going to turn it over in your head. The Lord will speak to you. The Spirit will move in you and help you find the right way. And it might not necessarily be the end point that you're shown. It might just be confirmation of, like my friend always tells me from a certain culty program, one day at a time. That's all you can do. one day at a time. Don't do the wrong thing today, and do the right thing today in the choices you're given. And you can only do that. You can only walk the path one day at a time, one step at a time. And that gets really hard and disheartening. You know, a lot of times I need a hug, man. I know a lot of guys aren't comfortable saying that, but when you want, I'm a hugger. I mean, if you see me on the street, it's like, oh my gosh, scary bearded guy. But if you see me in person, I would hope that that's not the same reaction you get, because I'm a talker and I'm a hugger, you know. So pretty rapidly I will grab you up and embrace you. I wish more people were like that. I think especially we had a crisis of touch, positive touch, and camaraderie, things like that before COVID. And then after everybody got scared and locked down and masked up and Lysoled and everything else, like, now we're like trained against it, some of us. Not all of us. Let's break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? You got your homie in your life? Give him a hug. Put your arm around him. Tell him, homie, I know you're trying. Proud of you, dude. I see you. Do a good deed for the day. Go with God and be blessed.